Welcome back to the Who Cares podcast. It's Lynden.
And Payton.
And today, for the drink, I have Orange Prime. And let me tell you guys, it's pretty gas, but all the other flavors, complete garbage. Like, literally, get them off the shelves, every single one of them but orange, and you'll be doing good things. Peyton, what's your drink today?
Actually, I feel like I betrayed the audience. I do not have a bang tonight.
How dare you?
I didn't make time to go and get one. But instead, I have a glass of iced peppermint tea.
Iced? Not even hot?
Nope, not hot.
Why?
Because it's really good that way.
No, I didn't feel... Okay, like, I hate peppermint, but I feel like peppermint tea would be a lot better if it was hot.
See, I actually don't like it hot. I prefer mine iced.
Why? Like,
Because,
what's
no. And then mint.
Okay, because mint's already cold, but I feel like having a hot beverage with a minty aftertaste would be refreshing. But why prefer a cold drink with a even colder aftertaste?
Because I like the cold.
I like the cold too, but we're talking about drinks, not temperature.
Yeah, and it feels more refreshing, you know?
I mean, I guess
At least for me.
I guess I can see that, but I start. Don't you talk over me. I'll edit you out of the podcast.
Oh, you're gonna edit out half the podcast,
dude? No, the listeners will only hear like 30 minutes of just me talking, and then there's 30 minutes where I cut out every single bit of your audio.
Just mute the audio, but leave the time in there.
I'll just mute you in Discord, and then no. Here's how I'll do it. So whenever through like the audio system, I will like mute your audio coming through, but I'll still hear you. So it'll just literally be a one-sided conversation, and everyone will think I'm having a schizophrenic episode.
Oh, what episode are we on? 8. This will be 8.
8, yeah. Which
it's a meltdown.
Yeah, thanks everyone for the support on the last episodes. We've been getting a lot of viewers actually. I'm pretty proud of it.
Yeah, I'm super excited for it.
Yeah, I mean, like we always say, like this was my dream of starting a podcast and everything, and it's been really nice to know that people are listening and hopefully enjoying it.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, we do have a few continual listeners. Shout out to Patrick.
What's up, Patrick? But and then we're always getting I know that people all around the world are listening to this podcast actually.
Yeah. I have a few friends that I've shared it to, and hopefully they've shared it to some of their friends.
Yeah, I think we got some listeners in like Romania and
yep.
All over the U.S. I think Britain maybe.
I'm not sure if any of my British friends have listened to it, but maybe.
Well, anyways, thanks for the support, guys. But let's get right into it. Will Smith slapped the living hell out of Chris Rock at the Oscars last night.
Yeah, I don't know a lot about it because I don't watch the Oscars, but I've seen the video.
Okay. So I want to dive into this because this whole thing, they're saying, is it sketched? Is it fake? I think it is not fake.
I mean, have you seen one of the close-up pictures of it? It looked like he was bracing for it.
Yeah, I mean, I seen because he was leaning in or something. I don't know what he expected, but I'll tell you something that I think what it was is I think Jada was doing her classic Will Smith manipulation.
Yeah.
And I think she made him do that because in the before clip, as Chris Rock is saying the joke, Will Smith is laughing hysterically. He thinks it's a funny joke. And then he looks over at Jada. Jada is not laughing, and his face immediately goes from ha-ha to serious mode.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't, and like I understand that wife says a joke or girlfriend says a joke. You think it's funny, they don't think it's funny. You have to immediately think, oh, it's not funny. We've
Yeah.
all been one. We've all been in those situations where something happens that you think is funny, and you look around and no one else thinks it's funny, so you have to like immediately switch up.
Yeah.
That's
No,
what
no
that's what
one
happened.
looks around you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's what happened. I think he's like, as soon as he saw that Jada wasn't laughing, he had to switch up from that. But I don't understand why he had. I don't understand why he went up there. Why he went up to
Yeah.
Chris
He
Rock
did.
and slapped him. I'm not gonna because I've seen a lot of like slapping like championships and stuff on YouTube where
Mm-hmm.
like national championships of
Yeah.
slapping.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Will Smith actually had a good slap, and you can see the print it left on Chris Rock's face.
Yeah. He took it like a champ, though.
I'm not gonna discourage that.
Yeah.
He
Like
was he took it like a champ.
Yeah, Chris Rock, like it from what I've seen, and again, I've only seen the clips of it that have been in like memes and stuff like that. It looked like it barely phased the guy. I mean, like as much as getting slapped would, but
Oh man, he was stuttering a little bit and like kind of he was shook after that happened.
well, yeah,
And I just don't understand like I don't understand where it came from because Will Smith was laughing and then he just slaps Chris Rock and he's like, "Don't ever talk about my wife. No, don't ever joke about her." And Chris was like, "Trust me, I won't.
I mean,
I won't talk about your wife anymore."
I personally invite Will Smith to come smack me in the face.
Why?
Because I think it would be funny, and I also know how to fake it and make like pretend like I'm a soccer player and pretend I'm injured and get like a huge fucking settlement out of it.
Well, dude, I saw on Twitter today that like they were doing an investigation, and then Will Smith came out with an apology, and I actually have it up.
Okay.
Let me go over to the tab. 'Cause I just saw it on I think it was Twitter. Okay, so here's what he wrote. Oh, this was on Instagram. Violence in all of its forms is poisonous and destructive. My behavior at last night's Academy Awards was unacceptable and inexcusable. Jokes at my expense are a part of the job, but a joke about Jada's medical condition was too much for me to bear, and I reacted emotionally. I would like to publicly apologize to you, Chris. I was out of line and I was wrong. I am embarrassed and my actions were not. I don't know how to say that word. I'm illiterate. Indecisive of the man I don't know. Of the man I want to be, there is no place for violence in a world of love and kindness. I also would like to apologize to the Academy, the producers of the show, the attendees, and everyone watching around the world. I would like to apologize to the Williams family and my King Richard family. I deeply regret my behavior has stained in what has been an otherwise gorgeous journey for all of us. I am a work in progress. Sincerely, Will. He posted that 6 hours ago. And dude,
Okay.
so going off of that, like that doesn't seem faked.
No, that doesn't.
But it
It's
it literally makes no sense.
well, I mean,
Like if you
why
make
a lot of people are thinking he did that is because the Oscars are dying. Barely anyone watches them anymore.
you're not
So
wrong.
the theory is that they decided to stir up a little drama at the Oscars this year, so more people would be interested. Because I mean, their
Oh,
thought is a lot of more people are going to watch it next year if there's a possibility of watching a celebrity get slapped in the face.
without a doubt, dude. I think that the Oscars are probably going to jump. Like their numbers are going to jump, skyrocket from that alone.
Well, yeah.
Double, quadruple.
And even if this year wasn't fabricated, like people are saying, they'll definitely fabricate one in a few years or even next year, maybe.
Dude, I've been seeing all the memes. That's like Chris Rock versus Will Smith at WrestleMania 39. And I'm down for it, man. But it wouldn't surprise me that WrestleMania, like WWE would do something like that. Literally, they have Johnny Knoxville fighting Sami Zayn, and
Oh,
and I know you're not up to I know you're not really up in touch with wrestling, but
no Johnny Knoxville, though.
well, yeah, everyone knows Johnny Knoxville, but I never understood. I know, it's kind of sad whenever something that I grew up watching is so dead that they have to get A tier celebrities to come and cut promos and fight wrestlers at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I grew up watching wrestling, but I kind of got out of it.
I I loved it. Like I played all the games and stuff, but you
Well,
have like, and then people are making jokes. They're like Rock versus Chris. Dude, you know what? You get
Rock versus Kevin Hart. I want to see that.
no. Okay, that'd be awesome. You get Chris Rock. You get Chris Rock and The Rock versus
Yes.
Will Smith and I don't even know. There's no Wills in wrestling, or there's no Smiths in wrestling. I don't think there's a Smith. But
I don't
just
follow it, so I couldn't tell you.
I know the Rocks versus get Rock to get Rock to beef with someone again, and then have him on Chris Rock's team, and then have Chris Rock and Will Smith start in the ring
Yes.
and have a wrestling match. That
Yes.
I would pay for that.
Oh yeah, I would pay to watch like two celebrities who aren't fighters beat the shit out of one another.
Well, wrestling WWE is somewhat staged.
Oh yeah,
Like they actually do what they're doing, but it's
choreographed and
it's on the fly.
yeah.
Like they communicate to each other on
Yeah.
in the ring, but everything they do is off top of the head.
Yeah, they know who's gonna win.
The only thing they know is they know how they're going to win and who wins.
Yeah.
So
I'm like improv.
it kind of is improv. You have a start, you have a finish. You know how you're gonna finish, but you just have to get there.
Yeah.
So I mean, you have people. It's like, oh well, if it's like a tables, ladders, and chairs match, you work with the tables and the chairs and the ladders. Or if it's a singles, you work with depending on what the person is, how the wrestler is, you work with high aerobatic moves, or you work with cool submissions or stuff like that. There's high energy, and it wrestling is no joke. Like I feel like anyone who's a wrestler has one of the coolest jobs in the world.
Oh yeah, that is an awesome job.
But it's a very physical job, and literally, like so many people, you get hurt. You can get hurt so easily doing stuff like that.
I mean, yeah, when you're getting the shit knocked out of you.
Well, dude, literally, like just like as I gotten older, I started watching like behind the scenes stuff for wrestling, and there's so many times where I'll see a wrestler like be like, oh yeah, well we were supposed to do this match this way, and I screwed up really badly, and because like are you familiar with Edge?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so his very first match in WWE, he accidentally knocked the guy out 2 minutes in,
Oh,
and I think he was supposed to lose the match,
yeah.
so he won it, and he was like, well, it's only up from here. and you have there's a really iconic wrestling match. It's a Kurt Angle versus Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 20 something, or maybe in the night. No, it's 20 something, 23. I don't know. But the end of the match was it was Brock Lesnar was supposed to do a shooting star off the top rope, which is he jumps off and does a backflip.
Okay.
And yeah, I don't know if you're familiar with Brock Lesnar, but this dude's huge.
The name sounds familiar, but I don't think I know him.
Well, he was in the UFC and stuff like that, and he was a NCAA wrestling champion in his college
Okay.
years. But this dude is yoked. And in his earlier years of wrestling, he could do that shooting star, so they wanted to do it, and he completely missed Kurt Angle and flawed, like he almost broke his neck on the mat.
Oof.
And it literally took them 3 minutes for him to get up, like fully, like where he could like function properly, and he hit Kurt Angle with his finishing move, and then he won the match. But it goes to show just like how like physical and in what's the word? You think about it's not like something can go unplanned very quickly, can go south. Unpredictable.
Yes, that's the word.
Yeah. Everything's very unpredictable when wrestling comes. And that's part of the magic too, is you gotta think about it. Whenever I used to watch wrestling matches, ugh, tired. I would always be like, oh, this person's gonna win and this person's gonna win, because you can kind of tell the way the match is set up who's gonna win. And what was amazed me though, even when I was younger, because I knew wrestling was fake, is they're actually putting on a show for you as you're sitting there and you're watching. You can kind of tell who's gonna win in the beginning just by how the match was set up and everything, but
Yeah.
you're watching two people actually just improv an entire match basically, like you said.
I mean, it's definitely an art form for them. I mean, it's very physically demanding, like you said. And that would take a lot of mental power too to remember, like, okay, this is what has to happen.
Well, dude, they kind of the refs help them.
Yeah.
But like, literally, they're like before they have the match, they're set down, they're briefed, and they're told their time limit, how the match is supposed to end, and you always have a heel character and a babyface character. So you have someone that's more hated by the crowd and someone who's more liked by the crowd. It's how you build story arcs. So if you have if you're building if you're building a heel story arc for a character, you want the crowd hating you.
Yeah.
When you come out, it's boo. That's why you do. That's why you like do like kind of like Jesus. The words are out of my mind. Kind of backstabby stuff. You do sketchy stuff. You sneak around and you attack him from behind, or you screw him over, or like the baby face is over or something like that. And then if you're building like a baby face arc, you have a character line that's set up to where you get the crowd to like you.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes people like heels, even though they try to not be liked. And sometimes people who try to be liked don't get liked at all.
Yeah. Sometimes whenever people try to make them like you, like, oh, you're supposed to root for this guy, it makes them less likable.
Yeah, and that's the best thing about wrestlers is it's literally an acting job. You have to create that character for the wrestling universe. Whether you're in I don't know if they even have TNA anymore, but like TNA or AEW or WWE, because that's only three. That's the three big ones that I know of. But I don't know if TNA is a brand anymore.
Is a thing anymore.
Yeah, but AEW is on the rise, and the thing is, they're actually getting a bunch of wrestlers from WWE.
Yeah, I didn't have much experience with the outside of WWE. Like I said, when I was little, I not followed it, but watched it. Like,
Yeah.
I had, the old THQ games that were the wrestling ones?
Yeah, and they were awesome.
Yeah, I had 2006, 2007, and I think 2008.
Dude,
And I played those games religiously.
those were the prime. And that's the one thing too. WWE came out with some of the best video games.
Yeah, like, especially during that time. It was like during that stage in their marketing where like they were like half of the wrestling was like a reality TV show too. You remember that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was an interesting time.
They and like their games were just so good back on like the PS2 and the Xbox 360 and stuff like that. And then the newer games just completely trashed.
I remember doing the build a wrestler feature.
Oh dude.
And just creating the most fucked up shit I could.
Moist Critical on YouTube. He does every single year the game comes out. He does a little short series and creates like really messed up characters, and then goes through like the My Hero mode. And this year for 2022, he created E. coli. it's this giant green. It's this giant. I'll send it to you after this. He creates this giant, huge green like abomination and puts like a bunch of like sparkly, like it doesn't look like E. coli at all, but he does he does a lot of stuff with that, and like that's the fun of it too. Is you can create these really outrageous characters, or you can create like a really serious character, and you can like customize the entrance and the intro music, and your name, your attire for in ring and out of the ring. It's crazy.
Yeah, I forget which year it was. I remember one of the guys I made. I don't remember his name, but I remember I put like his height, like his build, all the way up.
Just a giant dude.
Yeah, he was a fucking giant. And then I put him in a American flag, like a leotard, American flag boxing gloves, and an American flag top
hat. It's him. It's America. It's Mr.
It's him, Uncle Sam.
It's just yeah, it's him. It's Uncle Sam.
He was so fun to play.
Those games were honestly really fun to play. I wish that I could go back and re-experience those old 2006, 2007, 2008. Those were like the prime of it, because you had create a hero, like create a character, like a wrestler. Then you had like the My GM mode, and
yeah. Oh, like I remember, I think it was the 2007 one. Like you could do the career mode.
Yeah, and you could manage the shows.
Yeah, and the soundtrack was banger.
Dude, I'm like, they always have the greatest soundtracks. Like the wrestlers' theme songs, always amazing. The show, like whenever they used to have for Raw, they used to have Nickelback.
Yeah, the one I remember playing, and I don't remember exactly which year it was. I want to say it was 2007, but they had I don't know if this is the actual name of the song, but you'll probably get it from what I said. It's the one that Bullet with a Name on it.
No, not.
I don't think that's the actual name of the song.
Yeah.
But that, like, man, this is digging up some memories. But yeah, I remember that song. That song was a banger.
They always had some of the characters too. had some of the most you would get up and you'd get hype whenever you hear their music, like The Rock's, Stone Cold Steve Austin, uh, Undertaker always had banging, especially during like the late '90s, early 2000s, like the
Yeah,
Undertaker with the like the American Badass with the
yeah.
motorcycle and stuff. Oh, dude.
I've always been a big guy, and like I remember the hype feeling like whenever Big Show would come on.
Dude, Big Show. Big Show
Yeah,
was back in the Attitude Era. He was awesome.
that's the era that I was talking about. I didn't know what it was called. I knew it had some kind of name like that.
Yeah, it's the Attitude Era, and then you had the PG era, and then you have whatever they have going on now. I honestly can't tell you.
Yeah, the Attitude Era was the era that I grew up in.
Attitude Era. I wish I would have grown up in. I wish I would have grown up in it. It was awesome.
Yeah, that was towards the end. I think it was towards the end of it where they started going like really like reality TV show kind of bullshit. But
There's nothing wrong with building a good story,
oh no, not at all.
but they have to. They like I was more. Yeah, I was more into like I just want to see someone get hit with a steel chair, dude.
Right.
Like some of the and dude, like there were some stunts that was just like in like Jeff Hardy, Shane McMahon, the Dudley brothers. You had
Yep.
Edge and Christian, D Generation X.
Yep.
Dude, D Generation X had 7-year-old me saying if you saying suck it to my grandma. Without doing the X to my crotch. Oh my god, dude. That was so fun. And then I found out my mom yelled at me because I did that to my grandma, and she, my mom like I didn't know what that meant, but like my mom said that was really bad, so I stopped doing it
Yeah.
to my grandma. Like I was doing all right. I was doing it all day, every day, baby. My teachers suck it. Classmates suck it.
I didn't do that, but
Dude,
uh,
I'm sorry, man, but like I was a follower.
yeah. One of my actual favorite one. Like I just said, I got really hyped when like the Big Show came on, but my favorite one was Undertaker.
Dude, Undertaker was awesome. My favorite character actually was CM Punk. He was he was after the Attitude Era,
Yeah, yeah, I remember it.
but he was like the only he once he left WWE, that was the last time I watched it because like really watched it because he cut the best promos and I don't know if they were fake or real cuz like he would talk so much crap about the company itself that I just never knew. I never knew like what was going on with him. But he had some great matches, dude.
Oh yeah, he did. I actually went to a WWE event once,
I went
and I saw him in person.
I went to one when I was really really young, but I really don't even remember it.
Yeah, I was young too. Like this is whenever I was still into it. But my mom has a story about it, and she will talk about it anytime you bring up wrestling. CM Punk winked at her, she said. Now, do I believe it was directly at her? Probably not. I'm going to let her believe that, though.
Could it have been like someone around her?
Probably. Or even just in the general direction.
It probably was his general direction.
That's what I want to think, but I'm not going to tell my mom otherwise.
Just break your mom's heart.
No. I love my mama too much to do that.
My mom never really liked wrestling. My mom actually used to watch wrestling with me, but she would literally like little Lynden was sitting there and I'd be like, "Oh, that's Randy Orton, that's Triple H, that's Batista, that's John Cena." Mom would be like, "Oh my god, those guys are freaking hot."
Oh yeah.
And
That's why my mom tolerated me watching wrestling.
And dude, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I was like, yeah, they're built, and that was like big inspiration for me starting to work out and stuff when I was younger. Is I've always wanted to look like them. I wanted to look like dude. I wanted to look like Randy Orton in his prime.
Oh yeah, the WWE physique.
Oh, dude, they all have, they're all built, shredded. Even the
Yeah,
fat
it's part of the
dudes,
show.
even the fat guys are built.
Oh yeah, they got like that strongman body.
Dude, the strongman body be hitting different.
It is the ideal male form.
I mean, I mean, I don't think humans are supposed to be 400 pounds,
No, but
but if you can deadlift 500 kilograms or half a ton off the floor at 400 pounds, that's like the human body knows what it's doing.
yeah.
And
Ugh.
those people, those wrestlers that have to, get that built for like they're doing like flips in the air and like they're putting on quite a show. They're running around, they're taking hits and they're, punching and it's
Yeah,
crazy.
they are in excellent shape.
They had to be.
Yep.
Well, not the big guys. The big guys were just big.
Yeah. I remember circling back to the old PlayStation games of them. I remember I would play as the Big Show in a lot of them, or one of them let you play as Andre the Giant because it like had some like legends in it.
Rest in peace, Andre the Giant.
Yeah, and if I would play them, I would always pick my like opponent to be like the smallest people because I just found it funny.
Just pick Rey Mysterio with the Big Show and just throw him around.
Yeah, it was just the funniest thing.
I always play it. I mean, always, always had like the longest matches because I would never want it to end because I'd be like throwing them around the ring and I'd go outside and grab weapons. And I remember in 2007 there was a secret to where you could knock them over one of the rails and go to like a secret, like outside the barricades area in the stadium.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and then there was like a part, and you could like have matches in the parking lot, and like there's so dude. I remember one of them. I think it was 2007 too. You could have like there was like a bunch of ambulances and fire trucks and stuff, and you could actually climb on top of the ambulance.
I think in the parking lot one, it had Vince McMahon's Cadillac that he had with the steer horns on it.
Oh, is that the one that
And
is that the one that was filled with cement?
I don't know, but I remember you able to like hit your opponent off of them or hit them with it or something like that.
The game is crazy, dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was. And then I remember like a lot of matches wouldn't let you use weapons because you're not allowed to. So I remember before I would go get them, I would
You would knock out the ref, dude.
I would knock out the ref, grab a weapon, beat the shit out of the opponent, and then toss them on the ground. And then because of the AI, they would pick it up just as the ref was waking up, so he'd be disqualified.
That's no fun though.
Oh, it was fun just to beat the shit out of them with a weapon.
You have to I always played like the no DQ or extreme rules or ladder matches
Yeah.
or TLC or some of the crazy matches was like the fire. Remember the fire ring match?
Oh yes.
You had to light your opponent on fire. Dude, that was crazy. The casket match.
Some of my favorites were like Hell in the Cell.
Oh, dude, Hell in the Cell, Elimination Chamber, Steel Cage.
Yeah.
The WWE literally for the longest time was one of the greatest entertainment companies in the world.
Yeah. They fell off though.
They did,
like,
and
they're still okay, but like they fell off.
The only thing that saves WWE is WrestleMania.
Oh yeah, everyone loves WrestleMania.
Having WrestleMania as like a trademark thing is the only reason why they're still as high as they are, because literally everything else piggybacks off of WrestleMania.
Yeah, yeah.
But nowadays, they just throw people around, don't do anything with anybody, and they create these stupid storylines and whatnot. Literally,
Yeah,
like I said, Sami Zayn's fighting Johnny Knoxville. Where'd that come from?
yeah. Just like while I enjoy watching Johnny Knoxville get hurt, it does not seem like that's his
Forte.
area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think Johnny Knoxville can wrestle. No offense to
Yeah.
Johnny Knoxville, but
Like, I'm all for watching a guy get the shit beat out of him, but at least like put up some kind of resistance.
like, dude, like they literally did this with Jackass characters, because back in the early 2000s, Steve-O and someone else went on, and they got thrown around by Umaga.
Oh, I forgot about him.
Dude, Umaga was horrifying. Some Hawaiian freaking tiki man that's gonna come and eat you. Oh my god, do you remember the Boogeyman?
Oh, the guy who fucking ate worms?
Dude, he actually would eat worms on camera.
Yeah, that was messed up, but I do remember him.
I loved the Boogeyman. The Boogeyman was amazing. He kind of scared me, but he more excited me than scared me.
As a kid, he freaked me out.
Because he always carried that freaking clock around them, and he's like, "I'm the Boogeyman, and I'm coming to get ya!" And he would smash that clock over his head.
Yeah, I remember.
Dude, he this has become the wrestling podcast.
I don't think we expected this episode to be a wrestling one, but here we are.
No, I didn't know you shared the same, kind of the same love for wrestling as I did back in the day.
Yeah, as a kid, yeah, I loved it.
Dude, I'd be doing.
I don't really follow it, but like,
dude, I'd be hitting RKO's on my brothers in the pool or something. And I remember when they were really young, I'd do pile drivers on them.
see, I didn't have siblings whenever like I was interested in wrestling, so I didn't have people to subject to that to.
Dude, I don't know how many choke slams I hit my brothers with. Attitude adjustments. Dude, so much
RKO out of nowhere.
Dude, whenever you hit whenever you hit somebody with a suplex, just grab them and whop. Oh my, dude, it's awesome. Then literally every single game before a show aired, anything, it always had. Do not try at home. No one was listening to that, dude.
Oh no.
Do you know how many backyard wrestling things there were?
Oh, a ton of them.
I need to show you this sometime. And everyone listening should also go watch this. CZW.
That sounds familiar.
I will tell you that it's uncensored hardcore wrestling. Like hardcore in the sense of I once watched a guy get he got like a hypodermal needle through one cheek and out the other.
Oh,
Dude, they use glass, they use barbed wire, they use thumbtacks, they use staple guns.
oh, that is rough.
I have to watch this with you sometime.
Yeah.
It is crazy. Like there is so much blood in all these matches.
I would hate to be the guy that has to clean up all that blood.
I hate to be the guy that's losing the blood.
Oh, that's true too.
I would like literally. How much are they getting paid to like? Literally, I'm not lying to you. A guy got a needle through one cheek and out the other.
I bet they have like blood transfusions on standby.
I don't understand it, dude. Like I remember one. They had like a bed of nails
Oh,
and like shoot,
sounds like you could accidentally kill someone pretty easy.
dude. I don't know how. There was this one time. There was this one match. I remember there was like a bunch of like these wooden like little tiny um like wooden stakes, and some guy like put it on another wrestler's forehead and smacked it, and it stuck in his head.
Oh,
Like I'm not like probably 36 these little tiny sticks of wood that
these
like
spikes.
yeah just got smacked into his head.
Ooh.
I encourage anyone CZW on YouTube. I don't know if they still have it. Watch, I'm gonna look it up real quick just to make sure because I imagine
I wonder how much they got paid for all that.
I don't know CZW. Oh yeah, they literally came out with the they literally came out with a let's see. I think the latest video was 3 weeks ago. Yep.
Now that's a wrestling video game I'd play again. CZW needs to come out with a video game.
I want to kill somebody in the CCW wrestling game.
Yeah, it's like Mortal Kombat, but you don't have to kill them.
You know what? Get Chris Rock and Will Smith to fight at CZW.
I strongly agree.
I want to see Chris Rock and Will Smith beat each other with light bulbs, uh, barbed wire, like baseball bats, pits of glass and stuff. Please.
Throwing hypodermic needles at one another.
Yeah, and of course they have to be used needles, so
Oh, naturally.
make it a little spicy.
I bet you could pay like a homeless guy to not give you used needles, but like let you poke them so they count as used needles.
Just have a homeless guy as a referee, dude. Give him a job.
Oh yeah.
It's,
See, it's beating the shit out of people for good.
I'm looking up. Uh, I'm looking up the CZW salary.
Yeah, I need to know if I need to drop my life plans.
No, okay, you're not gonna like this. I heard
Okay.
CZW. Uh, CZW is its net worth. It's about 100,000,
Oh.
and they earn about 16,000 a year.
Oh. Yeah. Not dropping my life plans for that.
Yeah.
Nope. But I bet if you put Chris Rock and Will Smith on there, it make them get a lot more.
Well, that okay. No. That's just their airing. So that's not
Okay.
counting for house shows, sponsorships, everything. But
Okay.
how much does a wrestler make?
Hopefully enough to at least cover the blood transfusions.
Hey, I heard someone. Okay, this is like Q&A. CZW wrestler said. Okay, so apparently CZW stands for Combat Zone Wrestling. Makes sense.
Oh, that does make sense.
Ugh. Oh, hot hiccups.
Combat Zone Wrestling. That has a ring to it. I see why they picked it.
No, dude. For every match they do, they make about $70.50.
But $70.50.
Yeah.
What the fuck? They are beating themselves up over a lot less than I would.
Dude, what is the Tournament of Death?
Tournament of Death?
Dude, CZW is
Sounds extreme as hell.
Cage of Death, Tournament of Death. Combat Zone Wrestling's nearly deathmatch tournament features the use of fire, weed whackers,
Weed whackers, what the hell?
light tubes, and other weapons. Previous winners include Previous winners of the Tournament of Death include Wife Beater, Wife Beater. He won Tournament of Death 1 and 3. Nick Mondo, Tournament of Death 2. Necro Butcher, Tournament of Death 4. Nick Gage, Tournament of Death 5. And Tournament of Death versus Gorefest. Drake Youngster, Brain Damage, Jimmy Havoc, and John Zandig. Nice.
Roll back. Gorefest?
Yeah, I don't know what Gorefest is. I'm kind of
I am interested in like a morbid way.
I don't know. What's their weapons?
Weed whackers, apparently.
They have.
What?
I'm trying to figure out what kind of weapons they use on the regular.
Okay. It probably says it somewhere there on the internet.
I don't know, man. But this is crazy. They have 3 championships. So
3 championships.
No. They have a lot more. 1. Oh wait, no. They have 3 championships: the World Heavyweight Championship, the Tag Team Championship, and the CZW Wired Championship.
Okay.
Wait, a dude went to WWE from this company? No way.
Why would you choose to go from the WWE to that?
No. He went from this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he was doing that and then went to the WWE. That makes more sense.
I want to know what kind of weapons they use. CZW weapons.
This will be interesting to see.
This is the CZW Tournament of Death Wikipedia. These tournaments includes a typical hardcore weapons used in deathmatch wrestling such as barbed wire, nails, thumbtacks, fire, tables, ladders, and light tubes, and are known for their large amounts of blood loss.
Yeah.
I want
to know. Light tubes. Are they meaning like the big fluorescent light bulbs?
Yeah.
Ooh, those are not fun to be hit with.
Oh no.
Ooh.
We're gonna have to watch some of these.
Oh yeah, sometime, yeah.
This is crazy, and I literally did not. I didn't expect this to go on. But you have any other topics to talk about, or?
None that I can think of at the moment, really.
I mean, I got a few things, but they're kind of like personal things, you know. Like I just ran a half marathon. That's kind of cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but like it's not.
How'd that go?
It's all right, but like you can't really,
It is a tonal shift going from us talking about wrestling to
anything. You can't.
personal
You can't.
achievement. But
You can't talk about. You can't talk about weed whackers and needles and barbed wire blood matches. I heard you started a new diet or something.
yeah, it is a bit of tonal whiplash.
I think we have to end it here. Like this
Probably.
this is the this I already got a great title for the episode.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Will Smith versus Chris Rock and CZW.
Oh yes.
Well, if you guys enjoy the episode, consider sharing it with your friends and leaving us a good review on Spotify and saving downloading the podcast on whatever you're listening to. Anything else, Peyton?
No, that's all I can think of. Thank you guys for listening.
All right. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Go out and be great.